Hello, everybody. Happy dieting. I hope some of you are starting the HcG journey along with me. Um, it's going to be a very short video. I had my first 2 days of loading, and then yesterday was supposed to be my first day of being on the diet. Okay, so anyway, I had my days all mixed up, and I thought that I was. I thought that yesterday was my second day. Anyway, that's what I told you on the video, and that's what was in my brain. I thought Monday, Tuesday were my load days. Tuesday was the day I was meeting my friend for lunch. And yeah, so I was wrong. So I was loading on Sunday, Monday, because I'm all confused from the last trip that I took and what day it was. And I'm like, what am I going to do now? And I didn't do well because, on top of it being the first day of what was supposed to be P2 for me, I forgot to take my drops in the morning before I left at 8 a.m. Well, I didn't get home till after 5 because I was meeting a friend. I live in the northern part of the state. I was meeting a friend in the middle part of the state. And then I was going to visit my daughter shortly afterwards to just drop off some stuff and have a short visit there. So by the time I drove all the way back up north again, I got home after 5 p.m. I had no drops all day. So I was starving, and I'm really surprised because I was doing good on the drops leading up to it, and I thought that there would be enough in my system to carry me through until I got home and got the drops, but there wasn't. And so it was a terrible eating day for P2. Now, mind you, if we go back to my load days, my second load day, I literally got myself at the end of the day to the point that I could not eat another bite. I loaded. I had some Costco pizza sitting there, and I had eaten 2 pieces of it already, and this was my third piece. I ate a couple bites of it and I couldn't. And normally, I always say my stomach is abnormally large. Like, I went in to give birth when everyone's like, oh, you can't eat a thing because the baby smashes your stomach and takes up all this space. And I had 2 double cheeseburgers the week before. It's not when I went in to give birth. That would have been terrible to eat that right before giving birth. It was going into my last Lamaze class, which was the week before I gave birth. Yeah, never had an issue because I think I have an abnormally large stomach. I can pack food away like crazy. I can't eat really fast, so I couldn't do well in one of those food eating contests. But if I had a 24-hour period of time and they wanted to see how much you could put away over the course of time, I could do really well. So the fact that I could ever get myself to the point that I can't take another bite of Costco pizza is almost unbelievable to me. The only reason I know that it was real is because on loading in the past, I got myself to that same position, which means the drops work. Because I've eaten more food than I ate on my second load day, for sure, in days in the past in my life. So, yeah. And then I didn't do well yesterday. I don't know. I guess I should do full disclosure. I don't even want to admit what I ate. I just don't want to admit what I ate at all. I actually did okay earlier on because I didn't meet her until 11 a.m. But it was like as the day went on that I did terrible. So we met at Cheesecake Factory. I went to the skinny menu. I found the Turkey Club sandwich. It was like 500 calories. And it had a side salad. I did have a drizzle of honey mustard dressing on top of the side salad, so that wasn't good. But I only ate half of the Turkey Club. So I walked away probably eating less than 400 calories at that. I gave the other half of the sandwich to my daughter because I was still doing good at that time. I kind of wanted to eat it, but I thought, oh no, I shouldn't. And then I got home, and the Costco pizza was still in the house. And I had them all wrapped as doubles for my husband to take them to work. And I knew there was a single, and I thought I'm just going to eat that single. Okay, that's not where it stops though, because later in the evening I took my drops, and that I just wanted to eat. I wanted to eat. It just was not a normal feeling of being on the HcG drops for me. Not having it all day for some reason put me right back. And then I had another one of those double ones. So terrible. Let's look at numbers. All right. So on load day number 1, I gained a pound. Now, mind you, I gained a pound the day before too, so I'm really not doing great. But anyway, um, I think that was balancing because I came back from a whole week of being away. Now, I did a lot of exercising and I made sure I had no desserts, with the exception of one scoop of ice cream at one point. But the friend that I went with was constantly, every time we'd go out, she's like, "Oh, you want to have dessert? You want to have some cheesecake? You want to have some ice cream? Want to get some donuts?" And I always said, "No, you get it, please. You're not tempting me. If I don't smell it, I'm not tempted. I can sit there and watch people eat good food. It's smelling it that puts me over the edge." So I'm like, "You can have all that stuff," and she never did. But she's dieting too. She's on Weight Watchers, so I helped her. Um, So it had said I lost point 0.1 at the end of that week, and I don't know, I think I was low from not drinking enough on the trip back, because it was like a 7-hour drive back or more. It was a 10-hour drive there because of the snowstorm that happened last year, and we were driving right in the middle of it, but that's another story. So it was about a 7-hour drive back, and it said minus point 0.1. I thought that was pretty amazing because I felt like we ate pretty well, more than I normally would eat at home, and then the next day it said plus 1.1. So the fact that I was 1 pound over made more sense, that after that week of eating I was up a pound, and I was just happy I was only up 1 pound, because over a scrapbooking weekend I can be up 5 when I get back on the scale. Again, a lot of that's water retention from the sodium in the Amish country, but nevertheless. Okay, so loading. Loading day 1, I ate a lot. I had 5 dinner rolls with butter. I had a pound of bacon. I had roast beef with 3 small potatoes with butter and cheese on them. And I did have an extra large, which I didn't know they made those, extra large Hershey bar. And that's only because I went to a new church and it was in my welcome bag on Sunday when I left. And I was like, oh, well, I'm loading. I wasn't going to eat sugar. I told you I wasn't going to eat sugar. But I mean, I love chocolate. So I think it was God saying, treat yourself because you're not going to have this in a while. Yeah, right. It was God. All right. So anyway, so I gained a pound after that day. And then the next day of loading, I had 3 pieces of Costco pizza. I had 2 large baked potatoes with butter and cheese on them. I had some breaded chicken. I had a full bag of like not, Shearer's brand cheese curls. They kind of taste like dandy, but the bag is larger. And I had 4 dinner rolls, 2 of them with butter, 2 of them without. So that was a significant loading. I have no idea how many calories, but I gained 1.3 after that day. So then that leads us up to yesterday, which was supposed to be my first day of doing P2, which I didn't do, but I'm still going to count it as my first day of P2 because that's what I should have been doing. I'm not going to say I loaded for 3 days. Even though I kind of did. It's my fault. I'm going to suffer the consequences. But the good news is I got on the scale today and it did say minus point 0.7, which is a pretty good loss. Not a great loss for the first day after loading, but a pretty good loss based on the fact I had 3 pieces of pizza and a half of a turkey sandwich. Mind you, they were like circular. It wasn't like a regular bread thing. So with it being circular, there wasn't a lot of food on the side. It really, I understand why it was only 500 calories for the salad and the sandwich. But again, I only ate half of it. So there you are. Full disclosure, I'm starting off terribly, but I'm not giving up. This is where I would justify, oh, I'm just not ready yet or whatever. I am ready and I am doing this. I took my drops already today. I'm starting off my day. I got a lot of errands to run and things to do. That'll keep me busy and occupied. And I sit here and I look at the desk in front of me and it's just loaded with paperwork because I'm not working online anymore and I'm never here. So I've got things that I can accomplish to keep me busy, which is one of the things that sometimes is my pitfall when it comes to dieting. I'm not sure what yours is or what triggers you. I'm never bored. There's always something to do, but if my hands are busy and I'm busy moving, then I don't tend to eat. If I'm busy just sitting down, doing things on my laptop, then I tend to eat more. I also tend to eat more if nobody's home. Not that my husband cares what I eat, but it's almost like cheating. Like the calories don't count if I can do it behind somebody's back. I don't know. That makes no sense whatsoever. And finally, I'm a very emotional eater. When I'm really happy, I want to eat to celebrate. And when I'm really sad, twice as much. I want to comfort myself with food. That is a major situation for me. Or frustrated or angry. Angry, sad, or frustrated. Any one of those emotions really are a major trigger to make me want to just throw in the towel and say, I deserve it. I need something to make me happy right now. There's so many other things in the world that can make me happy, but for some reason, food is my Achilles heel. Okay, so that's it. So that's how I did. Not great, but hopefully you did fantastic and you're doing really good on your diet. I hope you beat me out of the water in terms of a zero point 0.7 weight loss on day one of H2. We're going to keep going. We're losing more weight tomorrow. Just wait. We're going to see that scale go down again. Usually, almost always, I don't know if it's going to happen this time, but almost always I load for 2 days. I usually gain about 5 pounds, 4 pounds. Usually gain about 4 pounds. And then the first 2 days on the diet, I lose those 4 pounds. So really it's about the third day before I truly start seeing weight loss, because I don't count that as weight loss, what I lost after loading, because loading is those inflated numbers. So the big loss numbers right afterwards, it doesn't count. So I wait until I get to the weight that I was prior to loading, and then that's really when I'm dieting and when I'm losing weight. Well, not when I'm dieting, but that's really the weight loss that I'm counting. And I think you should too. But you do you. You do whatever you want. Here we go. I'm not even sure what I'm having today, and I guess that's part of the downfall of what happened yesterday, was that I wasn't planned and prepared. So I'm going to think through that. I know I do have a lot of salad. I do have some grilled chicken. So I have options. And then I might even cook up some ground turkey too, and have some of that ready to go if I want it, but also make some turkey burgers, because that really helped me the very first time I did HcG. I was very successful with a turkey burger. No bun. But just the meat alone, the salted meat. I always added salt to it. The salted meat, when you're not eating anything, just was like such a treat. I think I didn't even put anything on it. I probably would throw in some mushrooms now because I do HcG-ish, or maybe some of you may call it HcG 2.0. But that is a topic that I'll talk to you. I said probably a couple months ago that I was going to talk to you about some of these other topics, and I do have some notes over here, I believe. Oh no, this was comparing. I'll still talk about that one day, even though I'm on HcG. Talking about keto versus Atkins, and then I started finding things on lazy keto and dirty keto, and I mean, everyone has a different word and name to justify their own particular diet. I just say I'm HcG-ish because I don't strictly follow HcG 2.0. I just kind of do me. I sort of have the Jenny HcG diet. But as long as my weight keeps coming down, maybe it's not coming down as fast as it could be if I was sticking strictly to the diet. I shouldn't even say maybe, clearly. But as long as the scale's continuing to come down, then I just go really, really strict during those plateaus to help kind of jumpstart and get my body going again to lose weight. So anyway, that's what I do. I don't want to waste any more of your time because I don't have a whole lot of information here, but I just wanted to share where I am on my journey, and I got a long ways to go. I am financially invested in one of these diet weight loss programs at the same time that ends around the same time that my daughter's getting married, and I have to fit into a dress, which still hasn't shipped. I thought it was from New York, but I'm thinking now it's coming from China. So I don't know when that's going to be here because it's been over a week since I ordered it, but if it doesn't fit, I'll have to order another one, and I'll probably use a different company. Well, even if if it doesn't fit and it doesn't look like it's going to fit, or if it just doesn't look right. Anyway, again, more information than you need to know. Good luck on your weight loss journey. Share with me anything you want. I love to hear who's just started their diets, who's been on it for a while, and how much you've lost. Any great cheat foods that you found to eat. And by cheat foods, I mean things that are like low carb, no carb, that kind of fit into that HcG menu, but not exactly. Again, HCG-ish. But nothing with sugar or anything like that. Zero sugar. We're not doing any sugar anymore. I did have a little bit of a headache when I woke up this morning, and that's an indication that I did well yesterday in terms of having no sugar. In fact, well, no, I had carbs. I had carbs, so tomorrow is going to be a bigger headache because today will be the day with zero carbs. But no actual sugar since Sunday, since that chocolate bar on Sunday. And today is Wednesday. So that's good in terms of a lot. Oh, I just remembered I had two keto bombs yesterday. Two of those chocolate mint keto bombs. Yeah, now I look at the thing on here that I typed. I did write that. I just didn't read it to you. Okay, full disclosure. I've had, well, they're not really sugar because they're keto bombs. So I think they have two net carbs apiece, but it still wasn't good. In my brain, that's still considered sugar because it tasted sweet. So here we go. We're just starting new. All right, we can do it though. We can do it. I'm going to get off of this. I'm going to run my errands and I'm going to go to the gym and do a little bit of walking and watching some Netflix. And yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So I'll see you mañana, hopefully. That's my plan. Every day I'm going to try my best, or at least every other day, to catch you up on what's going on. And anything you want me to cover, even if it's something I've covered in the past, I'll do it for you and I'll try to keep it brief. All right, you take care and I will see you soon. Happy dieting. Bye, everybody.